when a man receives love from a woman, is yeah, sex, yeah, it's something when a man genuinely gets the love he needs from a woman, and vice versa. When a woman genuinely gets the love from a man, there's no price tag on that. It's unexplainable. But what we have done is we have mitigated or lessened our interaction to just sex and not the real value, which is in the other person.
And it's true. You start to realize that why you're going through the motions in the first place. You know why? Because it has no substance to it. It's a physical action, and you feel like, oh, posting these numbers means something. But if you really look into the issue or look into the problem is there's no depth to it. There's no substance to it, and that's why you have to have it in the quantities that you're looking at. You know what? Sometimes it's not about the quantity. Sometimes it's about how powerful that particular situation is. Okay? Go ahead and think back. Some of the things that hurt you the most at some point had the biggest impact on your life. And what happens is, even in relationships, a person who you know had the biggest impact on your life, that physical response was one of the best responses you ever had. And the only way you could feed it is to put back numbers up against it, as opposed to finding something with the same quality.
It's sad because that's being fed on YouTube and many other places, platforms, the number game versus the quality game.
Absolutely.
I always say that there are some beautiful women, quality women to anybody's liking out there, who would treat you like a king, and vice versa for the women who would treat you like a queen. But we've been so dumbed down to what just happened in the bedroom. We can talk about the bedroom. That's LDA after dark, though. But we have missed the point.
That's all surface level stuff.
Yeah, it's surface.
It's surface level and almost primal.
Yeah, it is. Yes, yeah.
So if you think that stuff is important, it has its place. Nobody said it's not important. Nobody says, oh, I don't need to be satisfied. No, that's not true. It's not true. What has to happen, though, it has to be a complete package. And what we fail to realize is that we get stuck on the surface. You don't get deeper. You don't get into the person's soul, the person's subconscious, find out where you vibe on. Is there communication level on a subatomic level? What happens is we end up missing the mark. The value is only calculated from what other people can see. And why would we judge somebody on one level when we are such deep levels? How many chakras are there? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If there's 7 chakras, why are we going after the first level of physicality?
And miss
We're not
all
getting
of them.
into any of the deepness.
Right. You haven't even tapped into the. I think I talked about the guy. We had to find him online, who's able to make a woman have an orgasm without touching her, because he's able to tap into Reiki, into the energy level of that woman.
Exactly. There's no mistake. If you studied the tantric, if you studied the Reiki, if you studied the chakras levels, if you studied even what we talked about yesterday, the seasons, right? If you studied those these are simple, documented methods, you would have game beyond game. 95% of all your competition would be wiped out just because you just studied what's established. But no, we want to go and stick with the physical and think what Instagram tells you is looking good. You want to stick with what, basically what a painted up clown is supposed to be the perception of beauty, as opposed to figuring out who actually deserves your happiness.
Right. And everybody doesn't deserve your happiness.
Clowns are for the circus.
Yeah. And we have enough clowns already.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just going after the way women look. I'm going after the way the men look. Men look good up there looking like clowns.
Yeah.
They got their whole persona painted up, and it's not even true. Why do you think the whole thing